And right, we are live. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Waffle. We've got a special guest today. Obviously, the legend himself, Schopes, Hass. We're both excited. Obviously, first proper guest on Weekly Waffle. We did have Prozac waffling about Spurs and United and stuff before on the hate along, but talking sneakers today. You know, Schopes, bit about yourself. Obviously, most people know you anyway, but just in case the one person in here that might not know, let us know about your sneaker journey. Obviously, what got you into sneakers, and
I'm Schopes. I'm new to the game, and basically my favorite shoe is the Air Force One. Been properly collecting the Air Force One, I'd say probably from about 2011-ish, properly collecting the Air Force One. Shoes in general, I'd say from maybe like 04, 05, like really passionate about shoes in my early teen years and stuff like that. Really inspired by people from school and stuff like that, the older years who had like different shoes, different bits and pieces from the time. And I was like, wow, I need to get a pair. And then finally, you know, when you get a little bit of money together and you're able to buy shoes, and then it just snowballs from there. So yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, man. Nice, bro. Nice. I think my first sort of like encounter or realizing you make content and stuff was the Air Force One Flynet, the white 2.0. And because I don't know, back in the day, I used to make content and then try and search who else is making the same sort of content on that shoe and stuff. And obviously you popped up. So I reached out, obviously followed you, followed back. And then it's been at least, what, 5-6 years, I want to say, man.
5 years. That's 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, say that again, sorry?
That was a pivotal point.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, Hass, obviously, like always, bro, we're checking with each other before we start the stream, man. How have you been, bro? And Schopes as well. We always start with like latest pickups, what's been on feet. Yeah, man. I don't even want to say, because with Hass, it's always like double digits, bro, with the pickups.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I know you could do the whole hour just covering Hass's pickups. He doesn't miss about. It's like, whoa.
The body count's high, man. The body count's high. What can I say?
Man, proper money being spent, man. Not rampant.
He's the money man. He's the money man.
Like for real.
That's it, man. But Hass, how you been, bro?
These days, man. Pockets are running dry.
No way.
I'm living like a peasant these days, bro.
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast levels, yeah. I've been good, man. Do you know what? I've been a good boy for the last week or so. I've had to be, man. But you know what? It's slowed down a bit at the moment with all the drops and stuff. So I'm being a bit more selective, probably looking at other stuff coming out in the next few weeks and stuff. But I'm glad they've given us a breather, man. I'm really glad like we've got space to breathe now, you know. So but apart from that, it's been okay. Just eyeing up a few things coming out in the next few weeks, and obviously looking forward to tonight's show, man. Schopes, you don't get much bigger than you, bro. So we're always happy to have you on, man. Like really happy that you're here with us today. And just it gives us a different angle of looking at certain shoes, in this case, the Air Force Ones. But yeah, good to have you on, bro, man. I'm not just before we go on about what's on feet and the pickups and stuff, there isn't double digits this week, bro. Like
chat, do you believe him? Because I don't know, man. I just don't know. You know, even with Hass, he says, oh, it's been a quiet week. Then he'll get like 2 or 3 pickups from like last year that he's been waiting for. Do you know what I mean? But
look, just because I said there might not be as much pickups doesn't mean I'm not cooking something in the background.
You see?
Apart from when I'm cooking you.
That's it, nah. Listen, man, next season, that's all I'm saying. No football talk on today, yeah? Because Schopes is a United fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. We both ended up with nothing. You know what I mean? We're here to talk about sneakers, bro. Do you know what I mean? But
let's start off with a little dig there. Look, we both ended up with nothing. This guy, man.
We ain't really got nothing to talk about this season. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Schopes, what's been on feet today, bro? What have you been wearing?
What have I been wearing? Really and truly, I've been wearing the 2020 neons, you know.
That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Like my you know, you have that shoe where it's just like, yeah, I need to head out or I'm going to work or something, and you scan the area of the shoes that are out
by the door, or
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, those.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it's been. I've worn also the Air Force One, I think it's World Championship, the black pair, and it's like got patent leather, it's got nubuck, white stitching. I've been wearing that quite a lot.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, not really
Just
anything.
light in it. Something like 2020 neons, just light, everyone. Do you know what I mean? People's grails out here. But no, that's cool, man. That's nice, bro. That's nice. Hass, what about you, man? What you been wearing?
2 pairs of shoes today, bro. As you know, the weather in the UK is always unpredictable, bro.
Crazy.
You always got to have 2 shoes in your locker. But first one, right next to me here, is the Nike Air Hirashi Magenta.
Okay.
Bro, these pairs are like, it's summertime, man. It just says summertime. One of my favorite pairs. I love my Hirachis, and these are no exception. These are a bit battered now because I've worn them quite a bit. But these were on feet today until the weather decided to go south. And then I had
Monsoon
to put on
weather.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
trunk low wear and tears. So basically, if you don't know about these were as they are basically. So they have that worn and torn look. They came out last year or the year before, I believe. I can't remember now. I think it was last year anyway. And they have that worn and torn effect, if you can see there.
Nice.
On the heel. And yes, bro, I have swapped these laces out for some yellow SB laces or mustard colored SB laces. So yeah, these, bro, good weatherproof pair, trusty sidekicks, always works during the rain.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to have a backup to the backup in this weather. Do you know what I mean? What did I have? I had the Air Max 90 turquoise, from the Recraft pack. Just went gym, got caught in the rain going to the post office, but luckily they were okay. You know, the suede was all right on them, or the felt. But yeah, man. But Scopes, look, let's obviously talk about your favorite shoe. Why the Air Force One? Like that's what I want to know, because for me and Hass, we definitely appreciate the shoe. We love the shoe, but you love the shoe. Like, do you know what I mean? There's levels to this. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so why the Air Force One?
Perfect silhouette, perfect shape, just balance to the shoe. So many different varieties, so many different stories and everything like that. So many people who have, promoted, loved the shoe. Being able to design your own pairs on Nike ID or Nike by You, just so many different options. And the white Air Force One, the white on white, is such a clean slate. It just invites creativity. That particular shoe, which is why I like it so much.
Yeah, has it always been your favorite, or is it just over time you've accumulated so many?
I'd say initially, the Air Trainer Hirachi was what got me into like buying shoes and stuff like that. So
my man, same as me, bro.
Yeah,
like that pocket of like 2005 to about 2008, 2009, the Air Trainer Hirachi, the high top one, which has been re-released recently. That was the one. Like in schools, secondary school, that was the shoe. If you didn't have that shoe, he was nobody.
Forget it.
Well, he wasn't. That's the way it was. He was literally nobody, because that was the shoe. Everybody had the shoe, all different kind of colorways and everything like that. Everybody saved their money, went to JD, went to Foot Locker, went to wherever, and got a pair. That's what it was. In cities in London.
It's weird. It's weird because if you go back a decade to, you just mentioned 2005, a decade or just over. I'm a bit older, so like if you go back a decade, it was the same thing. Like with the Air Trainer Hirachi, and it was like you went down to JD, you saved up your money or whatever. Everyone had them, and that was what sort of drew me in to the whole sort of, I've got to have these shoes. I've got to have these. Like the Hirachis were the go-to. Is what all started it off for me in the first place, amongst other shoes. It's strange, like how 10 years on and it didn't change. Like, you still had that same scenario of everyone going to JD, everyone in schools having the Air Trainer Hirachi and wanting that pair. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. It's true. And the thing is, you always have that favorite colorway as well. Like for me, it was like a baby blue, I think black and a gray, if I can remember. And then for some reason, I added like pink laces and I thought I was the man. Looking back now, I was like, nah, that was a horrible choice. But we all have our favorite sort of colorway to that shoe. And even if people had the same colorway, somehow they changed it up. Like the strap will be flapping or tied up. The laces will be changed, like a little hang tag on there or something. It was literally like the Jordans, like Jordan 1 before the Jordan 1. Do you know what I mean? Over here anyway, because I know obviously Jordan 1's in America, it's different. But here, man, that shoe had the streets on lock. Do you know what I mean? It's it's crazy, bro. But we're going to switch it up a little bit, bro. Let's talk about content creation. Like how long you've been doing it. Obviously, because a lot of people know you, and big up to your big milestone, bro. I think 25K was it?
Yeah.
You just hit 25K. Massive, man, bro. Honestly. But yeah, like where did that start? Was it just a case of just wanting to review a shoe, see how it went, or just how did it go?
So basically, about 10 years ago now, I designed a Nike Air Force One Nike ID. And I wanted to talk about it and I wanted to show it. So I thought, let me just make a video about it.
Yeah.
And it was basically an Air Force One. It was based on the Nike Skylon 2. And it had like a turquoise panel, a purple panel, and a black swoosh. And the rest was all white. I just wanted to talk about the shoe. So I thought, let me get out my Samsung, turn it landscape, and talk about the shoe, you know what I mean? And yeah, I remember recording the video in my parents' bedroom. The video's rubbish. The video's so bad. But it was the start of something to be able to sit down and talk about Air Forces and, you know what I mean, and just go on from there. And trajectory was quite slow in the beginning. I wasn't doing videos that often. So from like 2015 to about 2020, I've done about maybe like 60 videos, about 50, 60 videos. And I was like, all right, this is nice. And then obviously when the pandemic hit, I thought, you know what, let's try something. Let's really try something. Let's ramp this up, like talking about shoes. We're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about shoes which were quite relatable to people. So not just the limited editions or the high-end collabs and this and that. I wanted to talk about stuff which everybody has access to, and, you know, put it under the lights and give it the analysis that it deserves. Because I think a lot of the sort of content creation and all of that is basically aimed at certain shoes which are not really accessible to everybody. That makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk about shoes which were accessible to everyone.
Nice, man. Yeah, because even for me, like I was always doing like GRs, like Air Max GRs and stuff, because obviously the affiliate marketing and stuff plays a part in that. Do you know what I mean? You want people to buy through the links, get the views that like relatable views, basically, where you can do a Jordan and all this. Unless you get it really early, bro, it's a bit like, nah. Do you know what I mean? But GRs, you can get initial boost from when they first release and stuff, but when they go on sale as well, there's another hike. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, exactly, man. But has someone asked you, bro, like where did you sort of come across Schopes? Was it on YouTube, an event, or how did that go?
Yeah, for me it was just flicking through YouTube, because I mean, even though we've got a lot of channels at the moment, like stateside, have the majority of the channels when it comes to reviews and stuff. I think what hit me with you, bro, was that you explained things so well. Like the narrative was amazing, the clarity amazing, the details. You went into the fine intricacies of the shoe. These are all the elements that I think I needed to make a good review. And when I saw all that, I was like, hold on a minute. Like, I'm not really that Air Force One guy, but I still want to watch and see what you have to say about certain pairs. And I do, when I'm at what anyone says, I think it's one of the silhouettes that are the most important in history, you know, of sneakers, Air Force Ones, you know, so relatable to so many people down the years. And for someone who knew his stuff, so well and came across so well on the videos and stuff. I thought, yeah, follow straight away. And then I was like, next one. But yeah, like it was just refreshing to see someone with such passion explaining in such detail what each pair of shoe meant to them and what their thoughts and stuff were on the shoe. But more importantly, someone from the UK like yourself, Schopes. We don't have many people who do such reviews as yourself to that high sort of standard and quality. So that is what drew me to you first and foremost. Like I would say even like a few years ago, I can't exactly remember how long ago, but yeah, it was in a time when there wasn't really much about. And still now, you're so relevant now. It's crazy. There's been like a few years that have gone past since you first started, and you're more than relevant. Like so to do that is kudos to you for keeping that standard up, because sometimes there's certain channels, they fade away, there's not enough content, etc. You've kept to sort of one sort of silhouette, like predominantly, and you've made that successful. So yeah, kudos to you, man. It was an easy thing to press that follow, and it was way before I even started my journey into sort of online stuff with Broski on shoes and stuff. So yeah, kudos to you, man.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Really appreciate it. Some kind words right there. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And bro, I've got to agree with Kudella, man. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. Like you must have a clone or something, bro. Like every time I'm looking for like a certain shoe, I'm like, okay, let's see. If no one's really done it, I just see Schopes with a little thumbnail, with the shoe. I'm like,
Yeah.
This guy is next level, man. How do you like? Because I know obviously you're in the train business. You're a train driver, yeah, by trade.
Yeah, engineer, yeah.
Engineer, sorry, yeah. So how do you work around with the content? Do you do shift work and then sort of base it off that, or how does that work?
Yeah, shift work. Like I said to you earlier, I was on night shift last night, so that's why I replied to the message late. What I mean? So yeah, it's shift work, and yeah, it's just you just find a way. You just find a way. You see what's dropping or something will pop up on Nike, and you're like, well, I need to cover that. I need to cover that, even if it's like maybe not something that is to my taste, but I think it's relevant to talk about it. Maybe it's a women's Air Force One. Maybe it's, I don't know, it's just something that somebody would say, why review it? I want to review those shoes as well as the big hitters, which everybody's looking for and stuff like that. So it's just the urgency. I need to cover it. I need to find a way, and I need to edit that video, and I need to get the video out there and see what people think about the shoe.
Yeah. The thing is that's great, like, because I have that mindset as well, where you want to review a shoe that's so left field that there's not going to be much on it apart from you, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's such a great idea, man. Obviously we are going to talk about like how this year has gone in terms of releases, because bro, we're only halfway through, but you could easily make a top 20, like let alone a top 10. It is hard, bro, but I just want a bit about your top 5, see what might be in it. How many Air Force Ones? I'm guessing some Air Max in there too, because the 95s had a strong year. But yeah, man, talk to me, bro. Just a rough sort of top 5-ish, if you can.
Top 5. Well, I'd say let's do some honorable mentions.
Nice.
So, honorable mention. This.
Oh, yes.
I think this deserves an honorable mention. It's a good shoe, but it's not as good as the original. In my opinion.
Okay.
The green one, the pine green with the sail.
It is clean now.
Compared to this, like this is nice, but it doesn't feel as nice and doesn't look as nice, in my opinion, of course, compared to the pine green. The pine green was just something else. Obviously, being the first, is the newest. You sort of have a little bit of bias, but I think that sail and the pine green just goes together so nicely. Whereas this is good, but compared to that, there was nothing like that. really and truly, like this could be mistaken for something else if you look, like glance at it, maybe like a military blue or something like that. Whereas, do you really compare the pine green to, what is it, the lucky greens? I wouldn't personally, because the whole shoe's same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they've changed enough in it. Yeah, it's true.
that's the thing. Yeah, so that's an honourable mention. Another one, what I have here, let's have a look. I think this is pretty cool. This Nike Air Max Plus.
Yeah.
I think this is really cool. Obviously having Jamaican heritage. You know what I mean?
It's hit different, right?
What was that?
They hit different as well. Like,
Yeah,
obviously having Jamaican heritage, like
vivid, you know what I mean? And allegedly these are the Brazil Air Max Pluses, but I don't see any blue on it, so I don't.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. There's no blue on there, bro. So you can claim it.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's an honourable mention. As for top 5, I'm not sure on the order, but all right, let's start here.
Thing is, Scopes gets everything, by the way. Yeah, so you just know there's a long list to go through.
Make
yourselves a cup of tea, people.
Oh, very nice, bro.
This is a good shoe. This is a good shoe.
I'm glad
you picked
that out, bro.
When I picked up, I was a little bit unsure about this midsole. I was unsure. It's a bit on the yellow side, but I think it works.
It works, man. It really does.
Not just it works, I think it brings it up to the times. So if it was all white and everything like that, slightly, I think the original of this shoe looks a little bit dated now. I think it does in 2025.
Too plain in it, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, and it's weird to say that an OG shoe looks dated. They haven't brought it up to, this is like the sort of standard, which is weird. It's an odd feeling. So let's think of the reimagined 3, the white cement 3, how they brought that back with like a slight sail midsole and all of that. I think it brings it back up to modern times, and it's such a opposite way of thinking of things, where an aged midsole brings it to a modern time, whereas the white midsole looks a bit dated. It's weird, but I think this does look like it's now. It looks like. Do
you think this is better than the OG in terms of looks? Obviously, not history, not like resale and stuff. But
originally, I was like, no way, and then I look at it and I'm like, maybe 2-3 days out of the week I'd say yeah, and then the other days I'd say no. I'm not 100% sure. You know what I mean? I'm still deliberating over that.
I'm just glad they never played it safe with the white sole.
Yeah,
and they decided to switch it up because, as you know, one of the biggest debates at the moment is should they be bringing back Grails. But I'm happy if they bring back certain Grails and make changes like this, where it's a different, same shoe but different version.
Yeah,
and that just kills the debate. And I think these look great for the times and stuff, like you just stated, Scopes. Like, I think it just gives it its unique sort of edge compared to the old one. So yeah, and I think the old ones were nice in its time, but a bit dated now, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I think they look great, man. Materials are great as well. The elephant print on those shoes, I mean, incredible. Like the fluff on there, you can tell it's just like premium, man.
It's well thought out, man. It's a shame 100%. About the white cements, but we ain't gonna get into that again. We've had like 2 pods just moaning about the white cements materials and stuff. But
I'm not saying nothing about that. Let's say number 4.
Oh, so is that not? Is this ordered? Yeah, like in order.
I think so. So. Maybe some bits can be moved about. But yeah, this is good. This is nice.
How do you feel about the big bubble though, bro? Just before you touch on it,
the big bubble is not big enough for me. Like
Okay.
I'm a bit of a person of exaggeration. If something has to be big, it needs to be rotund, fat, bulbous. Like I need the bubble to be an absolute monstrosity at the rear of the shoe. Me personally, like it needs to be proper. So, say for example, you put an Air Max 1 and an Air Max 186, a blind man can tell you, whoa, what's going on with that bubble over there? That's not supposed to be there. Whereas if you line up this and a normal Air Max 95, a lay person will be like,
Is it what's changed? Kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can see there's a seam. Maybe they stitch a little bit more air in there. It's not as obvious, but still, it's a nice retro. It still looks good, in my opinion. I think it's good.
Scopes, do you think it's just Nike playing it safe with? Bear in mind, when the original big bubbles were out, there was a lot of issues with the bubbles popping, everything else.
Yeah.
Do you think it's Nike sort of playing it safe in fear of maybe they might have the same problems, or do you think they, times have changed, they can make it bigger and they can make it sort of, pop proof?
Playing it safe. Remember, we have the Air Max 270. We have the Air Max 720. Those air bubbles are huge. We had the Air Max, what was it? Air Max Scorpion or whatever it is.
Yeah. Wow.
You've got those air bubbles. Do that. If you can do that, you can do a Vapor Max with no foam. You can do a big bubble. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
When you think about it, if you can do all of that, you can do a big fat bubble. What about the Air Max Furiosa, where it has the double bubble?
Yes.
Double bubble. If you can have two bubbles stacked together like a sandwich, you can do a big bubble. I think we're in a time where it's like you sort of get the things that you want, but it's not quite there. You know what I mean? Like, I think
I hear it.
This is great, but just a little bit larger on the bubble side, it would have been perfect for me.
Yeah, I hear it, especially at the back, because like side by side, the side air units, they're bigger, but even that, you have to double check and be like, is that the 2020 pair or the 2025 pair? Just before you go to your next pair, bro, just big up Lance for the super chat. Just passing through to show some support for you, broski. Your fellas take care. Big up, Lance. Thank you for passing through, bro. Thank you so much for that super chat. A lot of people are liking your pick so far, bro. Kill switch, just to mention the 720 air bubbles were rocks, man. That's one of my favorite shoes of all time, man. That needs a retro. Just reinforce it with something, you know what I mean? But
they need to come back with a strong collab, I think, on the 720, because it just works on that silhouette, man. I can remember some wild like colorways with 720s, like crazy colorways.
Yeah.
Can do a lot of stuff with that.
Clean shoe, man. What the forgotten one, like no one remembers that shoe unless it's popped on you. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, it's like, what was that again? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, bro. Let's go. So what you got next, bro?
We've got the Air Force One.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh,
love that. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Thankfully, I was able to get 2 pairs. Shout out Shop AF1 for the second pair. But this is a good one.
Love that.
Look at that. Come on, man.
I love that.
It is crazy, bro. I can't even lie. It's crazy.
I mean, it's miles apart from the original, right? I mean, you couldn't get any different. Like both are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. It's crazy.
The thing is, it's on the opposite end of the spectrum, but it's still in the same lineage. Obviously, the shoe, and as well that they're based around the same era of the 2000s. Yeah. I really do believe that the original one, the white pair, it was just a clean white shoe with midnight navy details, and you had the little concrete worker on the foxing, and that was the times of, back in the 2000s. That was a collaboration. That was a year of the shoe. Just a little something here, clean white.
TS in it.
Yeah. That was the times. That signified there's something special with this Air Force One. Look. You know what I mean? So it really did go back to that era. You also had the oval Dubray on that particular pair as well. Again, harkening back to the 2000s. And recently we've had a few oval Dubrays, which is nice as well. And I'd also say, like, a mention as well that there's been quite a few patent leather Air Force Ones recently, which is nice to see coming back, which is good. But yeah, not too many Air Force Ones which are like fantastic that have come out in the first half of this year. So hopefully it picks up in the later half of the year. It happened like that during the anniversary year 2022. I remember the start of the year was a bit slow, and then they really ramped it up with the color of the months and different collaborations and bits and pieces. So hopefully we get a resurgence like that this year.
Yeah, it's clean, man. I know he got a lot of flack, even by us, with the first pair. Not because it was a bad shoe. It's just because we're looking at it from the outside of not being a massive Air Force One enthusiast like yourself that notices all these details and appreciates it. And we just felt like he played it too safe. Do you know what I mean? But again, we did sort of say as a sort of like an asterisk, like you don't know how much creative control someone has on their first collab and stuff like that. Does he have advisories saying, look, just do this on this point, this time, the next one we'll do what we want, kind of thing. But yeah, honestly, like the more I've seen this, because I was like, I don't know again, but the more I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, that's a mad one. Like people have styled it nicely. The colorway, like it just, you walk into a room, everyone's looking at your feet. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's clean, bro.
I just know that I'm gonna get a pair. But I'm just gutted I didn't hit on a pair. I did enter a couple of raffles here and there, but bro, these are a bit of me, honestly. With shoes like this, you just gotta let the shoes do the talking. Like
literally, bro. Yeah.
Certain way you want to style it out, but I would just let the shoes do the talking, man. I mean, what's the quality like, Scopes? I mean, it's all patent leather, but was there any issues on your pair? Was there any sort of
nothing? Everything is as it's supposed to be. The metallic leather around the swoosh is very nice. The stitching's good. Even has red edges around the patent leather.
I love that.
Nice.
I love those small details. Honestly, such a great looking shoe, and oh man, just you having it in hand, like it just makes me want to go on eBay right now, just put a bid in.
Yeah, it's clean, bro. It is clean. Even for us, as not like massive Air Force One guys, it's like, man, it's making us, you know what I mean? Make us want to get them. It's clean. It is clean.
It could be swapped around with number 2, but this is a proper shoe right here.
Oh man.
Serious.
Oh man.
This is serious. This.
Yes. How did you get them from Amamanier directly, or how did that work out?
I thought, let me just just have a try, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, boom, see the order go through, money in my account. Whoops.
I know. The thing is, I'm still scared about the import fees, like, because FedEx like to creep up on you months later. Do you know what I mean?
I think we're okay, because it's been like a while now, so
hopefully, bro. But yeah, it is clean, man. Let me zoom in for you. Yeah, that's man, it is clean, bro. That's definitely, that's even in my top 5 as well. I love it.
The details are just fantastic on this shoe. The materials, like the original pair, I thought was good. I liked it, but I didn't. Well, I thought it was okay. Then I saw it on foot, and I thought, proper. But it was too late, so I missed out on that one. And when I saw this pair, I was like, I know that the first pair was proper. I don't know if they're coming out in the UK. They're dropping it on their website. Let me just go for it. Let's not play about.
Think about it later.
Think about it later. Let me just go for it. And this is
it is clean, bro.
The colorway, the materials, the darkness of the shoe, but it still has like different hues of, got like a dark blue, a very, very dark, almost green color on this one. Yeah, this is proper. This is really, really good. And you know, they've been quite adventurous with the Air Max 95, and I'm sure we'll talk about some other pairs later. And again, this is going back to the Amamanier formula, which is a tried and proven formula with the eyelets as well. Yeah, this is good. This is a good shoe. And also the box. The box is reflective.
Man, yeah.
The box is reflective and it's textured. Look at the details. Oh my
The A's, bro, it's so good. Yeah.
The A's. The box, insane. Like
Crazy stuff, man. The thing is, like, there are some people out there saying, oh, and I get it, like the purists or the people who sit on the fence with 95s anyway, they're like, you know, the mesh isn't there, the sort of normal gradient, even the eyelets as well, just obviously not as conventional, nowhere near as conventional, but that's why I've been singing the praises, and has to be fair, like we've been singing the praises of Amamanier and 95, because even with Central C, he got his own collab, but that just looked like a JD special where you could just see it on a shelf and think nothing of it. But with Amamanier and obviously the stash pair that came out last year, it was like so different that you can just tell straight away that's that collab. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I want to ask you both though, bro, with this shoe, because I've been having problems, like what socks do you wear? Do you go light? Do you try and match the colors on there with browns and greens and stuff, or black? Like I'm baffed, bro. Like what color socks are we going for?
I'd wear black pair of socks.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Black. Okay.
One of three for me: white, black, or grey. I mean, not so much the white, but black or grey would go perfect. Even I've got like the same kind of hue of green on the shoe.
Okay.
I've got a pair of socks like that, and that goes really well with them as well. But I mean, you know, with most shoes, you can't really go wrong with white as well. You know, white, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
I hear it. Especially with shorts as well. I feel
with
like
shoes as well. Yeah.
Even if they're dark shoes, if you wear shorts, you can still get away with white socks. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so yeah, man, it's interesting, man. I do really like that shoe. It's still in my top 5 as well. I'm just thinking that the Mandarin pair, which we'll touch on in a little bit, I'm thinking, oh, it might knock something out. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what. But how many OG gradients can you have in your top 10 or top 5? Do you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man.
This is your year, bro. This is very much your year. I mean, it's the year of the 95. You know, it's the anniversary, bro. And I reckon by the end of the year, your whole top 10 by the end of the year could be just Air Max 95s.
Yeah,
just, know, Mandarin, Solar Reds, you know, Amamaniers, everything, you know.
The whole shebang. You know what it is, though? It's equally as good of a year for the Jordan 4 too. That's what's annoying me, because the Jordan 4 is my favorite Jordan, and then the Air Max 95 is slowly becoming my favorite Air Max. So I'm just like, man, this is like life of a Broski, like we spoke about, not life of a Broski. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, Scopes, what are you saying? What's your top spot, bro? Because there must be some heat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little drum roll. Has come on.
Drum roll.
I
can see it. I can see it.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, yes.
Some serious heat there, man.
This is the best year of the year. So
yeah.
Look
sensational,
at
man.
Look at those.
The hue, that terracotta, that Mars red, incredible,
Gorgeous,
incredible pair. I love everything about this shoe, other than this. I think this should be a different material. I've still got PTSD from doing a review of a pair of Air Forces with this kind of material, and it was horrible. It weren't good. I don't like this material. I like the look of it, but the feel of it, I'm not 100%. But yeah, this color is crazy, especially on the Jordan 4 as well, because, you know, with Jordan brand, they're usually quite reserved when it comes to the colorways. It's only the last, let's say, 10 years where they've been a bit more adventurous. So it's nice to see something like this. And of course, the bikey air, whatever you want to call it. It's fake. It's this, it's that. Of course not. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know, you missed out. But yeah, phenomenal. This is a phenomenal shoe. the hue, the color, when you look at it, when it's in hand, you're just like, is it red? Is it orange? Everything like that. Reflective details as well on this pair. Mini swoosh, controversial, naughty. Should it be there? Should it not? Again, it's Nigel Sylvester's signature, which is very good. Yeah, this is, great pair right here.
I think, and I think Broski would say the same thing as well. We'd have to both agree with you on that, because for me, when we first picked up our pairs, I know when I picked up my pair and I opened the box, it was like and I don't get it with many sneakers, right? But you get that wow moment. You open the box and it's like the whole experience of it. You know, the way it was packaged, like the box, the texturing of the box. We just spoke about how many years, how nice it was with this as well. The textured brick. It's just like incredible, man. The details that has gone into it, even down to the white scratches on there.
Yeah.
You know, and then you open the box and then you get the whole packaging, you know, with the elastic bands around there. And it's just the whole experience of it was worth, you know,
so good, man.
What you're paying for that over, let's say, I don't want to bring it back again, but
I already know you're gonna say
the white cements, what you're getting for that. You know, we all know the white cements has the icon status, obviously, and that's what it's sold on. But, bro, I mean, when you look at the quality and what you're paying, it has to match. It has to match. And I'll always give Nigel his flowers for what he's done from day one. And it seems now he's going full circle with the Jordans he's dropping, the Jordan 1s coming soon. But me, I don't mind the toe box. I don't mind the material there, because again, that tells its story. You know, it's a shoe. Technically speaking, you know, it's for bikers, people on bikes and stuff. So it has its uses as well. But for someone who's not into sort of bikes or anything per se, I can see how maybe a different material would have been a bit better. But I just think it builds that sort of picture of what he wanted. And that was a shoe that someone can use on a bike. So
that's the thing. Like, the material, I understand it. The texture is cool. I just don't like this material, only because I've reviewed a shoe where it had that all over it.
PTSD.
Disgusting.
Yeah, man.
But, I fully understand it. Yeah, great shoe, and the rave reviews of this shoe, the praise that it's got, is deserved. I don't think it's overhyped or anything like that. It's deserved. It's a phenomenal pair, this one.
Let me ask you something, Schopes. What was your initial thoughts on these before you got them? Because obviously, as you know, we look at early pictures and stuff. We look at certain shoes before they come out, and we form an opinion, as we all do. Classic case being the original Amamania 95s. You know, none of us, we slated that for weeks. Me and Broski was like, what are these, etc., etc. Once we had them in hand, it was all fine. But what was your initial reaction to these, seeing them? Because if I remember correctly, Broski, when we saw these, we were like, wow, I think these have got potential. What was your thoughts on them?
I thought it's good. I'm not 100% sure what the color is. I know it's a brick-like color, but you know, seeing is believing. I need to really see it to appreciate it. But I thought, it's good. And then, you know, as you said, as the unboxing experience, you're just like, oh, okay. He went there. Like, he went serious. He's not ramping at all. Like, this is proper. This was, something definitely very, very special. So,
it's one of them shoes, and I think the connoisseur, big up the connoisseur legend in the game. Red Octobers, man. As soon as I saw pictures and obviously leaked images, that was the first sneaker I thought of. Like, and I'm not trying to say it to be like, oh, I told you so, whatever. But I don't know why it just came to my head, thinking that's gonna be the next one. Like, we may not think of it yet because we can still get it. Like, most people could still get the shoe or got the shoe, but in years to come, bro, that's going to be one of them shoes you look back and think, wow. A moment, you know, like marketing, storytelling, the shoe itself. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but if you're a sneakerhead, like the colorway doesn't matter. Like, do you know what I mean? It's one of them shoes. You make it work, bro. Like, it's loud enough.
Find a way. Wear them all black.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make it work.
But bro, having said that, I can like Red Octobers weren't everyone's cup of tea as well when it first come out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was, a strong collaboration, and as you know now, like it's whatever the price is, but it weren't everyone's cup of tea.
I think with that shoe, it just had the air of mystique to it. So
yeah,
100%. There was rumblings. There is rumblings of it before. It dropped on a Sunday randomly on a one tweet on Nike. I think I still have the bookmark of the tweet, just in case they bring it again. Like I was that annoyed. I remember my phone was ringing and I woke up and it was like maybe like 20:06 and it all gone. Like, they dropped them. They dropped them, and it went on it. It's like it's all sold out. Yeah. It's just the whole mystique of it. Like, and it was one of those ones where when you clicked on the link and it sold out, you knew that was never coming back. You knew that's it. Sorry.
we don't know. I mean, what's going on at the moment? Surely Nike wouldn't pull a stunt like that. But, bro, I mean, do you think that something like that could ever happen, given the current circumstances at the moment, where everything's being pulled back and
from the vault and stuff? Yeah. Do you think they'd ever make a comeback? But
that would be ludicrous.
I don't know. The problem is, if it does, it doesn't make the same impact that it did before. I don't. Okay. We're in a different time now. Some of the Grails that were Grails before, there's just anything now. Remember the Hello Kitty Prestos?
Yes. Oh yeah. They sat everywhere.
That was top tier Grail. Like, even if you didn't like Prestos, you'd respect those. That's something special. Now we're in a different space.
It's what Nike's done to themselves. Yeah,
I'm sure they were on sale or on Pro Direct or something like that.
Yeah,
the Hey Prestos. I'm sure they were, but
I think of something like that. You know what I mean? Like having such a high status. It's just nothing now. It's nothing now. Nobody cares. Respect.
Yeah, it's true, bro. Just a quick one. Obviously, last bit on the brick by bricks. Are you going white laces or are you sticking with the laces in there already?
I think I'll stick with the laces that's in there already. I like the white elements that are already on the shoe. So like that little piece of midsole, the bike air, and the mini swoosh. So I think that's enough for me. But I think it still looks great with the white laces as well. So either option is pretty good in my opinion.
That's an interesting take, to be fair. Keeping the original laces in draws more attention to the other details which are in white. So I can see your point of view as well. I mean, either way, they're going to look great, right? I mean,
yeah, it's true, man. Since we're on the topic of technically orange sneakers, and obviously we spoke about it a little bit earlier, the Mandarins, bro, set to release on the 6th of June. It's coming Friday, I want to say.
It is. Yeah,
Friday. It's another one of them annoying releases that is just going to go mad. The neons were a myth. Obviously, most people paid resale. I think both of you hit on retail though. Was it Offspring or
Offspring? Yeah.
No, I've got mine from Foot Patrol. Yeah.
Lovely, nice.
Dub. Good dub.
Yeah. That was a myth. Obviously, the pink foams were just as bad. But it looked like that was more obtainable, more pairs floating around, I just hope it's not the same case. It looks like there's more retailers that have this pair, and it looks like Nike, the way Nike's promoting it, you may have a bit more of a chance. Not massive amounts, but it looks okay. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a new JD opening in Manchester in the Trafford Centre.
Biggest one, isn't it?
Allegedly the biggest JD ever, but I've seen it a couple times now where it's boarded up. It's literally like it's so far in the Trafford Centre, you're thinking it's a whole section. Like, it's crazy. What's annoying though, it's opening on the 7th, so it's like, okay, a day later Are you going to be having pairs as well, or are you? Do you know what I mean?
They must.
Yeah, they've got to, innit? They've got to. I've rang around a few JDs and I've been like, bro, have you got the thing, the Mandarins coming in? One guy was like, look, mate, I'll be honest, I think it's more the Trafford Centre because they want to drive all the traffic there with the shop opening and stuff like that. So that makes sense. But yeah, Scopes, what are you saying about the Mandarins, man? Are you going for them, or have you already got a pair, bro? Because knowing you, you know what I mean?
I haven't got a pair. I might go for them. I'm not as excited, like obviously for the neons. Like that was the one that I needed to get. But yeah, I'll give it a shot. Hopefully, fingers crossed, get a pair.
Two pairs.
We'll see.
Nice, man. Did you get the pink foams though?
No, I missed out on the pink foams, and once I missed out, I wasn't really too bothered because obviously I missed out on those, and then I was thinking the Jordan 3 Soul 2.0, I need to get those. So it's like there's other things, there's other
priorities.
Things. Yeah, and then obviously Air Forces as well. Obviously, I need the little yachties. I've got 2 pairs of those. So it's like, how much money are we going to spend this week or month? You know what I mean? Because it can get ridiculous. And I think, you know what I mean? We've got lives to live. We've got things to take care of as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, spending £6,000, £7,000, £8,000 in a week or 2 weeks is, you know, let's relax sometimes, you know?
You have
do I pay the electricity this month?
Easily done, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, something has to give, like maybe
definitely
about lights.
Yeah. Honestly, candles, man. Just get the candles in. Hass, what are you saying, bro? I know obviously we spoke about it last week, but what's your thoughts on them?
Yeah, I like them. I'm a big sucker for orange. Anything black and orange, I absolutely love. I'll shoot my shot. And like before, I missed out on the pink foams, but if I don't grab a pair, it's no big drama. I think the Hayley Wilsons are coming out this week, so I'm really setting my sights on those. The Hayley Wilson SB Dunk Lows, they look really good. So I need to.
Let me get a picture up 1 second.
Yeah, get a picture of that up. But those are the ones that I'm really gunning for this week. So what I was saying before, being selective, I'm always gonna have my preference for SBs over anything else. I love my SB dunks. So the storytelling on SB dunks, as you know, is unreal. But
always been the best.
Oh, it's amazing. There we go. It's the first picture, but it's the court purple pair. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah.
Bro, look at that. Yeah. The icy outsole, the purple, bro. Honestly, the little details on the heel with the barbed wires.
Yeah, Hass is the SB guy. Scopes, if you didn't know, man.
Bro,
he's just next level, man. But yeah, these are clean though.
Look at the outsole. Check the outsole. The art on the outsole.
So let's go back. There we go.
It's phenomenal.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. This,
bro.
That is nuts.
3 sets of laces as well. Just read
3 sets of laces. They don't skim.
Whoa, hold on. Hayley Dunks use UV light reactive.
Yes. Yep. They change color according to UV light. Yeah.
Oh my days!
Wow! It's definitely Halloween vibes, isn't it? Like
100%.
Let me put a reminder. Go on.
Send the invoice to Hass, bro.
Yeah. Trouble. I'm gonna put a reminder right now.
Oh man.
Because once I see the UV,
I'm a sucker for that stuff as well, bro.
I mean,
but
even
these
the swoosh, that metallic rim across the swoosh as well, just gives it that lovely pop. Yeah. These are just, I can't explain how much. Ever since I saw these, like the first images and stuff, it was always going to be right. Put it in your diary. These are coming home. I mean, these are coming home no matter what. I mean, when it comes to SBs, I have to get a pair. I know I missed out on the Utos at the time. I paid resale. It wasn't much at the time. So, yeah, man, these are just so clean, man. Even if you're not that SB guy, if you're not into your SBs, I think a lot of people will like appreciate these. You know, the color blocking is really nice. You know, that outsole is always going to be a winner with, you know, translucent icy outsole. Yeah,
It's clean, bro. It's
so
clean. It
it
looks like
reminds,
the
it reminds me of the orange label purple quartz.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously there's a few bits that are different.
Yeah. The tongue, I don't know if it's just the pictures, but the tongue doesn't look as padded as a regular SB, which makes the shoe look a bit more like low profile. Do you know what I mean? Could be just the pictures though. Yeah, Kane's got a question though. Let me go to it. This one's for Scopes. What we saying about the upcoming Red Terror Squad Air Force Ones?
Yeah, I remember seeing them. I think it was last year, possibly the year before. Yeah, I'll go for them. Not as iconic as the black and white pair, or the light blue pair. You know, the New York exclusive. Not bad, not bad. Or of course the friends and family, the grey one. But yeah, I'll go for them. I'll go for them. It's cool. It's cool. But as I said, not as iconic as those aforementioned pairs. Also, back on that that SB Dunk, does it look to you like it reminds me of the Heaven's Gate SB Dunk? Do you know that one? I think it's a.
Wasn't that sort of late 2010s? So like,
I'm not sure when it released, even if it did release, but it just reminded me. The purple and the black just reminded me of that.
Hold on, I have to have a look at that because if I see it, I reckon.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yes, just reminds me of that one right there.
Oh yes,
that blue hit as well. Yeah.
Mid, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can see the similarities there with the purple and the blue. That Tiffany hit on the tongue and around the sock liner. Yeah, it looks really nice, man.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Did these have something something else about them? Like obviously with these Hayley Wilsons, you got the UV reflective. Didn't these have something as well? Something special about them? I can't remember now.
I don't even know if it released because I thought it was like quite a rare pair. I'm not really sure on the history of it because I'm not really that like big on dunks and stuff like that. But it's one of those colorways and one of those shoes that I just remember. Heaven's Gate and the colorway.
Nice.
Yeah,
man.
All right, we're gonna talk. Well, we've touched on a little bit about shoes in the vault that are coming back. Some are saying they shouldn't be done or as much, or certain shoes should just be left alone. But another shoe we're going to talk about, bro. And Scopes, I want to definitely pick your brains on this one. But the shattered backboards, man, what are you saying about these, bro? Yeah. Should they have been done? Should they have sort of been left alone? Because not gonna lie, I'm like, no, look, I'm not even bothered. But now I'm seeing like the box and everything. I'm thinking, no, man, they're gonna get me because of things like this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. What are you saying, man? Have you got the OG pair or
the OG pair? I missed out on the OG. I'll go for these. I will go for these.
What's your thoughts on the 3.0s?
The 3.0s, yeah, they're good. They are good. They are good. The shininess.
Yeah,
like
only pair I've got.
Yeah, I did like it. But yeah, with this pair, it was iconic. Obviously, the colorway is a solid colorway, and the fact of the material quality. I think this shoe right here had such great quality. Like everybody spoke about the quality, and that was the level set. That was the pinnacle when it came to Jordan 1s around that time in 2015 or whenever it came out. Everybody said, blah, 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 this is coming out. Yeah, but the quality is not like the shattered backboards. It's not like the shattered backboards. And to have that as an attribute for a shoe is something fantastic. Colorway, of course, great. It's a Jordan 1, popular silhouette. But quality being such a strong facet of the shoe is incredible. And as I said, people still harp on about the quality of that particular release. So hopefully when it comes back, it still has the same quality. Will it have the same hype? Who knows? We're in 2025, different challenging times. It's a different market, different time. So maybe the hype will be there, maybe it won't. but we'll see. It will be nice, you know, for people who didn't get them back then, or even people who did get them back then, to be able to enjoy them once again. It's been 10 years, which I think is fair as well, because, you know, releasing something and then 5 years later, not even 5 years later, you don't give it enough time to breathe, unless it's like a staple, like a classic staple, and you've done some changes. That's different, but I think there's been enough time for this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's something I'll go for, because I'm not really the biggest Jordan 1 guy, but I think, like you said, it's about time, you know, because even if you're not a Jordan 1 guy, you still hear everyone talking about the shattered backboards, like the references. It's like the materials, the colorway, obviously the story and stuff like that. What I'm seeing with the box though is things like that, man. Even if you're on the fence, a box like that just gets you, bro. Like, it's just, go on then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has, what you saying, bro? Are you going for these, or you're kind of like, I need to watch the pennies?
Yeah, definitely need to watch the pennies, bro. But yeah, look, these are a pair that I wanted back in the day, simply because of how good, like Schopes mentioned, how good the quality was. The level was amazing. But in terms of will I go for these, there's a good chance, because I just want to know whether the quality is going to be exactly the same or better.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much what was the factor for me when I was going for the white cements, and then I decided against it, hearing all the problems it had on release and stuff with the QC and the quality and everything else, you know. So I mean, if this is at the same price point, I'm expecting it to have that real good quality. Otherwise, it will be a swerve for me, because right now, with how much we're paying, I want everything to be quality.
Yeah,
I don't want to shell out like 190 for a pair of shoes, and you know, they come with glue stains or scratches, marks, whatever you want to call it. It's not happening, or the materials aren't premium. So these hold a special status, as Scope said, and that status is being A1 when it comes to materials. It holds that status. And if Nike do it dirty and say 200,000 pairs, I know the quality is not going to be good. You know, so that's another thing to factor. But in terms of the shoes itself, I love the color blocking. These ones, I love the box, what they've done with it. You know, the shattered backboard effects, the shattered glass. I'm drawn. Like, I have to go for it. I have to.
Yeah, man. Scopes. Just a quick one. What was your thoughts on the white cements?
I went to a store and I picked up the shoe, and I felt the shoe in my hand.
Yeah.
I've heard, like, you know, like white cements are not known for quality, which is fair enough, but I'm not paying £190 for something that feels horrible and I'm not going to wear. Personally, in this economy, I keep saying about the economy and all of that. We're in 2025, you know, for those listening in the future, and times are tough and everything's expensive and life is happening. We've got to put that out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good, you know, us enjoying everything and, you know, buying what we like, but it's expensive. And for something that the quality is inferior, it's not good. Like, it's not to the standard, to the top-notch standard. When I pay £190, I want the best. You know what I mean? Or I'd rather just buy something else. You know, the little
just to put into context, Scopes, like other brands, like everyone who watches the show knows that I love Saucony's, and some other brands, but Saucony's hold a special place in my heart. Now, some of their collaborations with J-Tips or even other collaborators, you're paying around 140, 145, maybe 130 even. But the premium quality of those shoes make it so much more, worth for anyone sort of wanting to buy shoes or collect or anything else. You know, it would be great if we had that similar sort of,
Yeah.
you know, thing from Nike or any other brands like Adidas or Nike, you know, because what you're getting with Saucony, the materials for what you're paying,
Yeah.
absolutely, like, it's night and day. It's
Yeah.
night and day. And don't get me wrong, myself and Broski, we're both huge Nike fanboys, but even now, it's like we feel like, okay, we've been taken for a ride here. Like, you've got us hook, line, and sinker. But yeah, man, I don't know. What's your thought on that? Because like, even brands like New Balance, I mean, look at their 992s. I know they're quite expensive, but look at the quality that you're getting.
Yeah.
The A12 quality.
I always hear like great quality with, you know, some of the other brands and all of that, and it's fantastic. You know, use great choice of materials, construction. You look at it, it feels durable. It feels like it's going to last a long time. Feels great in the hands as well. And then, you know, you go to your old favorites, your old staples, and you look at this and you're thinking, you know, I love the design of the shoe, but Lord of mercy, this is poor. This feels like rubbish. Like, this feels really bad, and it hurts because, you know, these are brands that you love, that you're talking about. These are shoes and silhouettes where you've had many memories. You know, you've wished that you've been able to get them. You've seen your cousin or your friends or the oldest in your area being able to get the shoes, and now you've got the money. Now you've saved up. You've done everything, so you're able to purchase this. Maybe it's a few years later, and now you're able to buy these products, and the quality it's horrible. It just feels like foolishness, and you're convincing yourself that it's good, and it's not good, and it's horrible. It's not a nice feeling to spend £150, £200 on something, and the quality is not good, and you know that if you wear this every day, maybe 6 months, a year, it's going to be completely mash up, and you're going to have to buy another pair. That's not nice. That's not a nice feeling, especially as I go back to a cost of living crisis and everything like that. It's not nice. It's a horrible feeling. You know what I mean? So quality, quality is so important. You know what I mean? To just have a nice built product. Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah. Great answer, man. You know, for a bit of context, I did obviously get the white cements. Ended up returning my pair, getting it on a gift card for some dumb reason. At Selfridges, in my head, I'm thinking it's Offspring, so I can go to any Offspring, but no, just Selfridges. Yeah, so I'm kind of stuck there. But I went back to the Arndale Centre, Selfridges. I was like, oh, obviously, have you got the white cements in my size? He's like, yeah, mate, no problem. Came out, bought me a pair. I saw the QC. I was like, oh, sorry, mate, have you got another pair? Sorry to be a pain. He's like, no worries, mate. Bought out another pair. It had like red on the webbing near the tongue. I was like, mate, have you got another pair? He's like, we've got one more. Have a look. I was like, ah, sweet. So had a look. There were all these like smudges, like brown smudges on there, and the glue was all over the place. I was like, sorry, man, I'm just gonna leave it. He's like, no worries, man. I'm thinking, bro, 3 pairs in Offspring Selfridges were just all over the place. Like, that's like not even factoring in the leather quality. Do you know what I mean? It's QC alone that's destroying this shoe, man. It's a shame because, Scopes, you made a good point where, for me, I've been waiting for this shoe for a while. Like, I missed the boat on the previous release, weren't collecting really back then. And yeah, obviously I kind of had it in my head, judging by early pictures and stuff, that the level was going to be like this, very similar to the military blues. But for me, it's the white cements, you know. But again, it's just like, what do you do, man? You know, it's one of them Grails shoes for me, my favorite Jordan 4. But it sounds weird because it's hypocritical because we're promoting these shoes like with reviews and stuff like that. But at the same time, you're only going to hit these brands where it hurts if you don't buy the shoes and stuff, you know. And then they'll realize, okay, maybe we'll make less pairs and more quality rather than less quality and more pairs, you know. It's that double-edged sword. Do you know what I mean? But I want to ask you though, like, have you sort of dabbled in the sort of New Balance space or Asics, or even Saucony, bro? Like, where do you stand with these sort of brands?
Never.
There you go.
It is. You know it is. You know, I buy Air Forces. I like Air Forces. I'll dabble in Nike, occasionally Adidas. The other brands, I respect it. I understand, you know, they have their fan bases. I understand about the quality and all of that, but it's not for me. What I like, my niche, is the Air Force One, is Nike. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And I'll buy, talk, criticize, compliment the shoes that I want to, you know, talk about. And it's just, you know, it maintains the authenticity, you know, when I'm talking about these things, because I know these things inside out. This is my lane, you know what I mean? Like talking about the Air Force One and stuff like that. So I'd rather focus on that than, you know, dabbling in some New Balance or something like that, where I'm looking at the shoe and I'm just lost. Like, obviously I can give like an opinion, I can give some details, but it won't translate the same as when I'm talking about an Air Force One, where, you know, I'm comfortable here, I'm home. There's nothing wrong with venturing out. I'll talk about maybe a different Nike silhouette or anything like that. But with the other brands where they don't really resonate with me, I think I'll leave that to other creators. I'll leave that to you guys if you want to talk about them kind of things, and I'll watch and admire from afar. And I think it's okay to like certain things. It's okay to be hyper focused on certain things. Variety is good, yes, I understand, but also there's weird people like me who really focus on the one thing, and that's my strength. So I leave the other silhouettes and all of that to other guys.
Yeah. No, I hear it, man. I mean, you make that sort of that point that I was doubling down on with Air Max. It's like when people say with content creation, find a niche, but what we've done to an extent is find a niche within a niche. So yes, we're talking about sneakers and shoes and fashion or whatever, but a specific, like, it's like a subcategory, basically a sub brand or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And that is a strength, bro, because yes, other channels are getting hundreds of thousands of views because they're reviewing like the most popular Jordan or this and that. But when it comes down to it, longevity plays a factor, because you're not going to be searching for that Jordan within the next couple of years in terms of a review, how it fits. They're not going to be on sale, bro. They'll be on StockX. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So yeah, no, that's great answer, man. I mean, like for me, I was in that same boat until I tried the Gel Piano 14s, bro. And I'm like, whoa, like, yes, it's these brands and these shoes aren't for everyone, and that's fine. Obviously, it's like it's not that deep. But for me, I kind of went down that rabbit hole of, okay, I'll try this shoe, and now I've tried it. I'm like, I need more colorways, so I have to kind of stop myself, because you do get carried away with like trying out a different brand. Then you want more of the same shoe, more of different colorways, different versions of that shoe and stuff. So yeah, again, like you said, cost of living as a content creator as well. Like we still pay for the shoes. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I blame Hass, man. He got me into all this Saucony and everything else. Me and Scopes are both invoicing you, brother. Do you know what I mean?
Saucony have released some great pairs. I remember the End Burgers. I remember the Made in Soho collaboration with Foot Patrol. Like that shoe, that Foot Patrol shoe, was one of the best of that particular year. That shoe was phenomenal. The colorway, materials, and all of that was fantastic. You know what I mean? But it weren't for me. It weren't for me.
The one they released this year is really nice as well, which I managed to get a pair of.
So that bluey and silver.
The details and the quality on it, the materials. I'll be honest with you, right? For all the Sauconys that I've never had any QC issues. No glue stains, no stains, no marks, no stitches out of place. But you can see they're a brand that are really trying to sort of come up and show themselves. You know, this is what we do. We pride ourselves on good quality for a good price. And the shoes aren't too bad as well. You know, they have J-Tips on board with their main collaborations, which I thought was a genius move. He'll no doubt move on to other brands as well. But I just feel like for what you're getting, for the money that you're paying, it's phenomenal what they're giving you if you're into that.
Yeah.
But like you, Scopes, I wasn't not really into one sort of silhouette, but it was only just Nike, because that's what I like. That's what, you know, that's the brand that I love and I like. But I don't know what it is. It's like as you sort of get a bit older, maybe, you know, your taste becomes a bit more eclectic.
Yeah.
And you're like, actually, I can open my mind to different things.
Definitely.
You know, I now associate Saucony with comfort and quality. And I know if I pay £130, I'm going to get a really good quality pair of shoes. Just next to me here. I mean, I was wearing these in the city in London the other day, Year of the Dragon. This pair, I mean, the quality and the comfort on these, it's really hard like to sort of match for £130, you know.
And the details there as well. The tongue looks
the tongue is amazing, and then you've got the detailing on the heel tab there with the snake skin
as well. Yeah.
And then you've got overlays and stuff are just absolutely phenomenal. And this leather here, this suede, is phenomenal. So what you're getting, I paid £130 for these off the Saucony website, and haven't looked back. One of the few pairs I first started off on. But yeah, I just wish we had more from Nike, because
quality.
I tend to stay in that Nike lane most of the time, but every now and then it's like, I can appreciate that. I'll grab a pair. I'll grab a pair of this one as well. So yeah, man. And same with Asics as well. Same with the Asics brand. Same with New Balance as well. New Balance come out with really good pairs. But I don't know. I mean, Nike's trying to go down that mesh runner route as well at the moment. They're really hitting that big this year. I know we've had the whole Air Max thing this year, but they're really big on the mesh runners this year, because I think they've sort of realized, right, we need to really get on that game now. We need to get on that train.
They're losing market. They're losing market to somebody.
It's a winning market, bro. There's other brands out there that are now sort of. I'll give you an example. Skechers have just been taken over. I know that they are bringing in strong collaborators for some of the runners that they'll be bringing out. I think they're the second most valuable shoe company at the moment, shoe brand. Yeah, I was looking it up last week, and second most valuable at the moment. Nike being the first, but Skechers are up there, believe it or not.
Wow.
So I don't own any Skechers or anything, and maybe like yourselves, I don't know what you guys think of it, but I've always associated Skechers as being a brand for maybe like the older generation who prefer comfort over anything else first and foremost.
Yeah.
But I think they're sort of cottoning on to the fact that, hold on, there's money to be made here. There's, you know, Brooks have got onto it, Hawker's got onto it, and now Skechers are sort of, let's do it. It's game. So it's game on everywhere, all across the board, man.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because when there's competition, there's more coming out. You have to strive to make a better product, and when there's more choice and everything like that, it just drives up everything. You have to compete. The brands have to really compete, rather than one brand running away from it and then doing what they want and then releasing rubbish. And you know what I mean? Everybody else is thinking, nah, hold on, let me make this, let me do that, let me think of this, let me think out the box, let's do this, let's do that. Make different shoes, put them out there, people like them, and then other people start looking, all right, they're doing that, let's do our version of this, let's do our version of that, let's change up that, I don't think that's good on that. And then, it allows for the consumer to get a better selection, better choices with competition.
Yeah, man, spot on, man. There's a good comment from Killswitch. He's literally a part of the panel, by the way. Killswitch is
shout out Killswitch, man. Killshot.
Killshot, yeah. It's a bit of an inside joke. He's saying the white Air Force One leather, 2 wears and cooked. This is one of the questions I've always wanted to ask you, bro. How do you probably has more Air Force Ones than I've had hot dinners. How do you combat like the creases and like that toe box and obviously the leather as well? Because it's not like it used to be.
Ooh, I want to hear this. Give him the stage, bro. I want to hear this.
Everyone, it all depends on the certain pairs. Certain pairs, the leather, the toe box is more forgiving. So if you're buying a more premium shoe, chances are it'll be more forgiving and it won't crease as badly. Obviously, you have to buy the correct size, go down half a size from your typical true to size shoes, or maybe even go down a full size. Obviously, you can use crease defenders and stuff like that to protect from creasing. But I'd say generally, yeah, correct sizing and wearing maybe a premium shoe, or wearing something that has a mesh toe box, premium leather toe box. You can sort of feel like the thickness of the toe box and think to yourself, yeah, this should be a bit more durable. Whereas some of the thin leather toe boxes, you know, if you look at it badly, it's going to start creasing. So.
I mean, in a day and age where you can buy the shoes already creased, Scopes. I mean,
oh man,
quality again. It all goes around. The quality again is just horrible. It's just horrible. Yeah, certain times, right out of the box. I'm recording the shoe right out of the box, and there's like a bit of creasing. I'm thinking, boy, I haven't even done the on foot yet. I haven't done the on foot, and it's already creased. What kind of foolishness is this? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's bad. Terrible.
So do you like wear crease defenders or anything like that, or you just like, nah, I'm just gonna wear them, see what happens?
Wear them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I've tried the crease defenders and everything. I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, they make them so uncomfortable. I'd just rather have the creases. Do you know what I mean?
The humble sock. The humble sock.
Oh yeah, the fold over. And all that. Yeah.
Humble sock.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Everyone's laughing, but everyone's been there.
Yeah. No, I remember sort of dabbling. I think the last time I dabbled in an Air Force One was when they brought out the fresh and then the color of the month that year.
2020. Oh. Yeah, 2020 to
2022.
I remember your reviews of the fresh.
Yeah, man. That bro, I'm still recovering, bro. Because
Broski, when are you reviewing these?
The stash, man.
When are you reviewing these?
When am I reviewing them? My review was one of the first.
No, I was talking about Broski. Broski, when are you reviewing these?
This guy has been trying to get me to buy these for
months. I don't have many Air Force Ones, but these are one of my favorites, man. Honestly, so cool,
and it's
man.
Cheap as chips now. It's on sale.
Oh, mate. Honestly, what, £75 now?
Yeah,
I think
£75.
You can buy it for £75. I think you had them on when we was at Offspring, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, I love this pair, man. Honestly, and funny we're talking about toe boxes and stuff because I've worn this a heap of times, and look at that toe box, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've tiptoed in these. I've walked. Look at that toe box.
Yeah. What's so like a ripstop, isn't it? That material.
Yeah, it's like material on the front. Almost like waterproof. Am I correct in saying that?
I'm not 100% if it's waterproof, but yeah, it's definitely a
like almost that sort of material where it's like rain.
Like that. Yeah, it does feel like a hydrophobic material.
Yeah. Such. I mean, each panel is different as well. So you've got the leather around the back, and then sort of in the middle, and the toe box.
He's doing your review for you. He's doing your review for you.
The suede as well. The suede around the toe box area is just really nice, bro. Look, I can't vouch for you. I vouch for these shoes more than I already have, and for £75, it needs to be done. Come on,
bro. Listen, man, with all that's coming out, I'm probably still going to be coming out that we don't even know about this year, bro. I'm still trying to recover from the first half of the year. Do you know what I mean? But if there's any pennies left over, might be a Klarna thing. Do you know what I mean? But it's a clean shoe.
I think you'll change your tune if you had them on feet.
Yeah, no, I like them.
I think you'll change your tune.
Yeah, no, I do like them, man. Obviously, the 95's iconic, and that pack was hard to say no to both of them, man. Because even Stash himself, like on his website, did the pack and stuff like that together. Yeah. So I'm just like, but seeing them on sale as well, it's just like, oh. You know, if I can get that bit more, maybe a £50, they'd be coming home. But
come on, £50, bro. Come on, man.
I'm Turkish, man. You know how it works.
You're being unreasonable, man.
You're Turkish, bro. Every little helps, bro.
Just to answer, Chicken Connoisseur, Offspring have them for £74 at the moment if you can find your size there, and I think it was around 85 mark on Foot Patrol. So check it on there as well. I know it's that price range at the moment, so you can definitely get it for that price.
Yeah.
We've got Hides with a question for Scopes. What are the best leather quality Air Force One? Question Nocta.
Best
What would you say?
leather quality. Right.
You
the
must
best,
have like a short list, innit?
Yeah, the best ever was the LeBron Air Force One. I think it's SVSM, the green and gold pair. That leather, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That leather was phenomenal. If you could get a picture of that, please.
We'll go over to StockX
Yes.
here. Yeah.
Yes. So you see that green shoe right there? That leather, the smoothness, the softness of that leather,
Try to get a picture like this.
unparalleled. And what's crazy is that obviously it came out in this green and gold. And if you just scroll to the right or whatever, I think there's a red pair.
1 second.
Oh yeah, scroll it.
You see that red pair? The leather is not the same. The leather is not the same.
Wow.
And it came out around the same time. The leather is not the same.
Wow. So this is worse, I'm guessing.
This is worse, yeah.
Why did they? Do you know why they switched up the leather on different colors?
No idea. Nocta is good. Nocta is good. It's better than your usual. A notable one in the last 5 years is the Craft Air Force One. The level is quite soft on that. There's a few pairs. Let me try and think. Recently.
What did you make? Just to add on to this, what did you make of the fresh and color of the month? Because those two were sort of like battling it out at that time.
I did a comparison of all three. The fresh, color of the month, and I think a typical white on white pair. The color of the month, I think, had the best leather. It just felt a bit nicer in the hands. Just
softer as well. Yeah.
A bit softer, a bit more premium, a little bit more puffier. When you compared the silhouettes, it just felt a little bit, something they really tried with this one. And obviously you had the little toothbrush booklet, all of that. Very nice. The color of them, the fresh.
Yeah.
The fresh really felt a lot like the original normal Air Force One, just with a leather sock liner and all of that. I battered a pair of fresh. Within a month.
Yeah.
Maybe I needed to go another half size down or something like that. But I cooked a pair very, very quickly. So I'm not exactly sold on this creaseless, blah, 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 breathable, this, that. I'm not 100%.
Bro, they lie to us, man, because my feet were ponging, bro. My feet don't smell like. I'm not just saying that, but this shoe, the leather insole, sock liner, and everything, it did not do anything for me. And the fact that I think I'm with you actually that I could have went a full size down because of the way it's not as padded and stuff like that. My toes were actually hurting because of the toe box. It was weird, but yeah, man, it was a good time for Air Force Ones. Like even me dabbling in, like I'm sort of on the outside. Yeah, it was a good time for white on white Air Forces. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Scopes. Like, imagine Nike said, right, imagine if Nike handed you a blank Air Force One, make your own. Where would you take it? Like materials, themes, messages. Like, what would you do? What on a blank?
I've got ideas. So hopefully that opportunity happens one day. So I wouldn't like to say what I'd like to do.
Oh, cryptic.
Rather be able to get the opportunity and do it, and then So I can't. I'd love to answer that question, but
you see Nike pop up with a Scopes, a Scopes pair, like without reaching out.
Let's hope it happens for you one day, bro. Like we all pray that it happens for you one day, because I can't imagine anyone, like, obviously with the knowledge that you have on Air Force Ones, I can't imagine anyone more befitting of that opportunity.
I appreciate
to have a design of their own, bro. Like I would love to see what you do with it, man. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. If anyone deserves an Air Force One collab, bro, literally you, man. Just a couple questions. Killswitch is asking about the dot swoosh pair. Did you manage to go for them, or you just kind of thought, nah?
No, I didn't get a chance to get them, and I think it's going to be one of those ones I'm just going to miss. If they had come out here, I would have really made an effort to get them, but it didn't come out over here, and I was just like, it's not coming out over here. I think it's going to be a miss for me. It's interesting with the dot swoosh. A lot of different ideas, different lineage of thinking coming to those kind of pairs, and modern ideas and out the box thinking, which I really like with the whole dot swoosh. So, for example, the Air Max ones, all of those Air Max ones, the original
Low
red
polys,
one,
wasn't
low poly and all of that, fantastic. I think it's really good. So I like the thinking of it. Can a shoe get dirtier and cleaner at the same time? I think
it's like the fresh, isn't it?
Yeah, like the fresh. It's gimmicks, isn't it? But it gets the people talking about the Air Force One. It gets people talking about the shoe. It gets people talking about the brand, which is always great.
That was going to tie in with something I was going to ask you, Scopes, because what I wanted to ask you was, like, do you think like the Air Force One still has room to grow, like creatively, like other silhouettes are doing at the moment, or do you reckon it's just like it's already like sort of peak classic? There's no more, there's nowhere else it can go.
I think the Air Force One definitely has room to grow and expand, as it has done in the last 40 years. There's just so many ideas, and as I said, it's the canvas of creativity, the blank white on white Air Force One. Everybody has an idea of what they'll do to it. You can give a room full of people the shoe, and they would all do something completely different to the shoe. Whether it's slightly different, or they change this, change that, change the midsole, write something here, cut this, cut that. You know what I mean? Like, think of what Virgil did to the Air Force One, RIP. Think of what he done to it. Think of what everybody's done to it. Even Travis Scott, think of what he done to his first Air Force One. He turned the Nike upside down, made it glow in the dark. And there's just so much potential with the shoe, because it's such an easy silhouette to, really take forwards and apply your ideas to. There's nothing like really obtrusive or anything like that with the silhouette. So I think there's so much room for potential. And that's what I like about the Air Force One as well, is like the creativity aspect. When Nike sort of collaborates with themselves when it comes to the Air Force One, like, say, for example, the Air Max 95 Air Force One, where it's got the air unit of the Air Max 95. It's got the Air Force written in the Air Max font on the tongue. Think of the Huarache Air Force One, the original ones that came out in around 2008. Where it's got the Huarache on the tongue. So there's just so many different ideas. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much. There's even like a silhouette sample of a Schopes Air Force One, where it's got springs in the midsole.
Oh, mate, yeah.
It's
crazy.
So crazy. It's so crazy, the Air Force One. Like, there's so much that you can do with it. And what I like as well is, because people are adventurous with it, you'll get some shoes that are really, really good, and some shoes which are absolutely disgusting, absolutely horrible. But I love it either way, because it makes the good shoes even better, the really, really nasty ones, which I think miss the mark. But they're able to translate their own ideas, own designs, and everything like that. And I think it's okay. I don't really find offense when I see a horrible pair. Well, I try not to. But I think there's so much room for creativity. The ceiling is in space when it comes to the Air Force One silhouette.
Wow, man. Amazing answer, bro. I think even the bad ones, though, like whatever shoe it is for someone. It may not be for us, but there is someone out there that will resonate with either a collab or wacky colorway, or do you know what I mean?
Some man, woman, child, or it's for the sale rack. I don't know. It's for somebody.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Just gonna go through a few questions before we start wrapping up. Kane's got one for Scopes. Do you have any love for the Bapesters like Air Forces?
Mm.
Good question, man.
Great question. That's a great question. Nah.
We saw that coming a mile away. Come on, let's be honest.
Air Force, there's an Air Force One, and then there's something that's looking like an Air Force One, but I can still get the Air Force One. Let me get the Air Force One. I understand like the whole patent aspect of the Bapesters. They come out with some amazing colorways and ideas, but me personally, I like my shoe with a swoosh, not the star thing. So yeah, give me just a normal Air Force One, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. That's it. Simple, man. Simple. So there was a question here about, what's your favorite Air Force One? Shout out to AH. From the last 2 years.
From the last 2 years. Ooh.
Yeah, if you can only pick one, what stands out the most? Ooh. It's a mad one, bro. It's a mad one.
That's a difficult question. Last 2 years. Like what I'm thinking of now is the Undefeated. I really like that one.
Solid.
The what's it called pair? I really like the one with the brown on it, the brown and pink and blue, like light blue on it. I really like that pair. I'm trying to think, what pair did I like last year? Stash was up there. It's difficult off the top of my head. I have to
as well, linens were clean.
What was that? What pair?
The linens as well, they were clean.
The linens, yeah. The linens was I think that was probably the best pair of last year. The linens was a very, very good pair, very good retro. We had the canvas linens this year, but that didn't match up. Unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that, to be honest. It's just not true to. I mean, they try to re-engineer the whole sort of look.
Well, but... and the thing is, I don't mind that. A linen. Yes, I get it. I understand it. But obviously, we've had the original, we've had a retro, and then we've had another retro, which is always, nice for us to have. So for them to experiment on it when the sort of homage to the original is already there, I'm not too mad at it. It's just another variety, another facet of the the iconic shoe. I'm just going to try and look through some thumbnails and see if I can find something.
I think whilst you're looking for that, Trance is asking your thoughts on the upcoming AF1 camo, the camo patent pair that's coming out.
Yeah.
What your thoughts on those are?
That
because we mentioned Bapes and all that, and there's a lot of comparison at the moment with Bapes and stuff. So
that pair is serious. Like, could we get a picture of it? If we can find one, please.
1 second, bro.
I know. I'm very.
That's another pair. That's another pair that I have to have. I mean, and I'm not that Air Force guy, but that's a pair that I have to have.
Yeah.
Right, lads. Which one is it? There's a few here.
No, it's not these ones. Pinky.
They've got a pink on it.
Yeah, they've got a pinky on it.
Maybe this one, isn't it? This one?
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah,
these are mad, bro. I can't even lie.
It's crazy because you look at the shoe and you're like, hold on, there's a lot going on. But patent leather camouflage? Patent leather camouflage? What? What? When you thought that, they couldn't do more and then they've done more?
Yeah. These might even have to come home to here, bro, because it's a mad one.
Bro, you get the stash first and then we can talk, yeah?
I'm a camo guy, though. You know me, bro. Like, I love a camo, man. Camo.
And then, obviously, camo, green. Green, that shade of green goes so well with pink as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that lighter shade of pink, it goes well.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's basically the linen with camo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's mad, man. It's
and
so good.
What's even more crazy? They're a GR pair, so you think there's going to be plenty available out there. I don't want to see all this madness of you got to enter raffles and everything else.
No.
I want to see these in stores, on shelves, online. People picking up these great pair of shoes. the way I'm looking at these, what a great gift from Nike, you know,
Yeah.
to give us these in a market that's so saturated at the moment that,
Yeah.
you know, you'll be able to pick these up, you know.
Look at the Dubray as well. The gold Dubray, oval Dubray,
Oval.
again, harkening back to the 2000s.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
You're right.
Look at the cut of the eye stay. It looks like it's from the 2000s. The mini switch again. So it's a reflective look back 20 years, but brought forward now. So we've got the patent leather goodness. Switched up. Camouflage. Patent leather camouflage. They're naughty. They're naughty for that one. That's serious.
But wait, is Scopes going to double up on these?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We've got to start calling you Two Scopes from now on, bro.
Two scopes.
Listen, man, some uni days discount codes floating around, man. You might as well double up. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely might be needed. Yeah.
Oh wait,
these are clean, man.
she's saying there's a translucent gum outsole as well. These shoes,
Yeah, the outsole's
even
mad
better,
as well.
man.
Yeah, the outsole's mad.
Oh my days!
see
Can we get
what
any
I
more
so much
photos, bro?
going on. So much going on that shoe.
Let's.
Oh,
I
here
got.
we go, yeah.
Ah, man.
There's so
Yeah,
much.
zoom in on that, bro. Yeah,
That is clean,
that's
bro.
serious, man. That is serious. Yeah,
These
they're
have
not
gotta come home,
messing
innit?
around. They're not messing around with this pair, man.
Bro. It's mad. It is mad. Thing is, though, man, I don't know, man. It's been a mad year, bro. But it's one of them things. It's like just get them and think about it later. Do you know what I mean? Shoes like this, Air Force One or not, they don't come here often. Do you know what I mean? The pattern leather, the camo as well.
Yeah.
Anything with camo, bro, it's a weakness for me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, these are clean. These are clean. Yeah. So, what was did you come up with one Scopes in terms of the last 2 years?
I think one other good shoe was the I think it's called Artifact Genesis Air Force One.
Okay.
So it was a black pair and it had like a red swoosh and some red sort of symbol there, branding on the other, I think on the medial. But that shoe was really, really good.
Wow. Yeah.
This one, yeah.
This was really, really good. I didn't get a pair, but I was able to review it. It was a very, very good shoe. And what made it special was the material. So the material was like a microfiber kind of material on the shoe. And, it was like darker than black. This is Vanta black. And then they brought it as a GR without the red swoosh, just all over Vanta black as a GR. I think the very next year. So I think that was in 2014. And that definitely ranked highly for me. I thought it was a phenomenal pair. A black shoe, but even darker than black. And it had like a sort of rainbow tint to it. So when you looked at it, when it caught in the light right, you could sort of get like a prism effect. All the colors were visible when you could see it. But you had to look really closely to it. As I said, phenomenal shoe. That shoe, the Vanta Black Air Force One.
Yeah, that's a piece of art, man. Do you know what I mean? That is mental, man. Yeah, wow, that is crazy. It's one of them shoes you're mesmerized by. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Hassel, you gonna say something, bro?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say one of my favorites. I don't know if you probably do remember it, the Air Force One Low Asteroid.
Oh, from 2013, 14?
Yeah. That one that is me, man. That is something that I would 100% like 1,000,000% have on feet, man.
You see that shoe, yeah? Like,
oh my
I
days.
remember that shoe so well. Like, it was a US exclusive, innit?
Oh wow.
And I remember it so well. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get them. And I never like got around to getting them. It captures the time so well, this shoe right here, because it's of that 2012, 14 era, Galaxy print, Area 72, that kind of vibe right there, space, and that kind of graphic right there, which again, it's of that time. And this hasn't come back since. It's such a vivid, like, midsole and swoosh and all of that. Yeah, I remember that shoe. It's rare to hear somebody talk about a shoe like that.
I just,
That's knowledge. That's sneaker knowledge right there.
you know what? I'm drawn to anything that sort of pops. You know, I just remember shoes. I mean, such as this. You know, it just sticks in your mind, and you think, oh, like the asteroid pair. Yeah, like I remember because it's so vivid, it's so out there. There's so much pop. But I remember these ones really well from back in the day, and it was like, yeah, they're just sick, man.
Yeah,
So sick. The transition of the colors on the on the midsole, and then you got that, you know, that swoosh with the orange, and oh mate, and then I can see on the tongue as well that yellow. It's all the colors on there.
Yeah,
against that black backdrop. Yeah. That just work. The yellow, the orange, the blue, the red.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, and Nubuck is bro.
So it allows the colors to pop more. Oh,
so underrated, man. I'm telling you, anyone, if I see anyone with these on feet, like kudos, man. That is straight up, like, yeah. And I know we talk about strong collaborations and stuff, but these are up there, man. Honestly.
Yeah, GRs. You know, like, you get certain GRs, that inspire collaborations and stuff as well. And it's ones like this, man. It's just, it's crazy. But yeah, man, Scopes, I've got one question before we start wrapping up. Is there a grail, and it could be an Air Force One or any shoe, is there a grail that you haven't got yet, but you're thinking could be close or one day, or maybe not obtainable to you, but you've got that grail that sticks out?
Pairs that like completely unobtainable. I can think of two off the top of my head. I know I'm making you work. I'm making you work today. if you search Air Force One Dizzy Rascal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just for the fact that it's just so mad.
Yeah.
It's just so mad. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back as well, man. The fix up, look sharp.
Wait. These were samples, right?
Yeah, I think there's like a limited run where, you know, like him and the crew might have had or something like that, and maybe one of them sold a pair, you know, needed a bit of money. But
only friends and family. I think if you've done a bit of hunting, maybe not interested.
This is one of those shoes that, you know, will maybe pop up like once in like 10 years. Yeah, it's one of those ones. Is that rare? Like, jeez. People who are really into samples and stuff like that, they'll snap them up, and look
at the details on that, man. Look at the details. I mean, even down to like, what's that on the heel there? Is it like little dots on the?
Yeah, similar to those Spider-Man. The Spider-Man crazy. Jordan 1.
Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah, a bit like that. I think it's like an ostrich effect material. Yeah. So that's a crazy one.
Wow.
With the
look at that swoosh, man. Oh my god.
Swoosh, the Supreme Max sole as well.
What's that Supreme?
So the actual midsole with the air unit is a Supreme Max sole. But no, I'm just saying about if you see that midsole, that's on the previous.
Wow.
Yeah. So So
mad.
You don't really see that kind of stuff nowadays. And one other shoe that I like is the Crink Air Force One sample. So,
is that a K or C?
K.
Crink.
Yeah, K.
1 second.
If we got the sample pair, because I've got the silver pair. Let's see.
Which one is this one? Is it more the white one?
Nah, it's not. It's a black and purple one. It might not come up.
No.
Maybe search that black and purple as well. Maybe.
Oh, it's so rare that we can't even find it on Google, bro.
Honestly. Is it like this?
Mad.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, geez.
There we go.
Wow,
that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the silver pair released. I did
Yeah.
get the silver pair, which is the silver pair is incredible, phenomenal. But this pair right here is something else, and it's the black and purple. It's reflective as well. Friends and family.
Wow.
Again, it's one of those ones. It's just stupidly rare. Like to find a pair is just going to be ridiculous. But maybe one day, you never know.
So you're saying the purple lines on there, they're all reflective?
Yeah, I think it's the black that's reflective.
Okay, yeah.
But,
okay.
yeah, and obviously, you know, a black shoe with a gum outsole is pretty cool as well. It's just something that, you know, is
the shape as well. I mean, it looks more. Am I right in saying it looks more squared?
Yeah, it's. I think it's got quite a nice. It's got quite a nice shape of the era of like I think 2008, 2009. Again, part of the One World Pack, which was a collaborative effort from artists and people of influence, sports people all over the world, designing Air Force Ones. Is like one of the biggest packs, you could say, and it's from people all over the world. Even Rio Ferdinand's got a shoe, Air Force One. Yeah. So yeah. And yeah, this is a sample of one of the shoes, the Crink Air Force One.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice, man. Yeah. Way out of our budget, Hass. Do you know what I mean? We'll leave these shoes to Scopes, bro.
One day, man. One day.
I'm hesitating on the stash that are like 70 quid. You know what I mean? Nah, mad shoes, bro. Mad shoes. Just a quick one, obviously. What do you use in terms of recording? Because your on feet shots are like top tier, bro. Like, do you know what I mean?
Much, thank you. Let's just use a regular camera. I've got a Canon 90D.
Nice.
That's what I used to record. That's what I'm using right now. My Canon 90D. Been using it for about 5 years now.
Sick, man. You got to try Sony as well, bro. Sony with lenses.
With the A series and all of that, is it?
Yeah. That's what I got, man. The thing is, I loved Canon. I had Canon for a while, but I think Sony has the better lenses, like overall. I think Hash, you shoot with Nikon, isn't it?
Yeah, I use Nikon. I use the Z series, but it's like mirrorless. But you know, which Canon did you say you had?
Canon 90D.
90D. So yeah, that's probably like a much older model. But as with like most cameras, like, you know, if it does the job, it does the job. Like, so
yeah, all you need, even with like a couple-year-old cameras, you just need a new lens, and it just
the lenses are what makes it. Yeah, like
lens.
Yeah, exactly, man. Mahas, you got any last questions for Scopes before we start wrapping up?
Yeah, I think we just about covered everything, but off the top of my head.
So Crep City, sorry, Hass. Are you making Crep City this year, bro, in Wembley?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We've got up there, man, because I'm coming down. Obviously, has to be there as well.
Okay.
If you can make it, obviously.
Yeah, we're going to be there, man.
Yeah, I'll try and make some arrangements. Thank you.
Tell you what.
Thank you, by the way, for the ticket. Do you remember you gave me a ticket?
Oh, man. Yeah, bro. That was at least, how many years ago was that?
Must be about
3 years, isn't it?
Years. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, man.
Don't forget that. Thank you very much.
No, of course, man. Yeah, I remember I couldn't make it, and I just thought, yeah, I was glad you hit me up of all people. Do you know what I mean? So that was good, man.
Yeah, my question to you, Scopes, is if you had to wear only one pair of Air Force Ones for the rest of your life, which pair would it be, and why? And why?
It would be the Air Force One Illuminated. I think that's what it's called. It's a black velvet pair with like minty green glow. It doesn't glow, but green glow parts, and the swoosh is iridescent. It's my favorite shoe. I first saw it on Atmos. And when I saw it there on Atmos, the Japanese website, back in 2013. Let's see.
Which one is it, bro? Is it not the white one?
Scroll down. No, it's black. Maybe Black Friday Illuminated.
Black Friday.
Maybe. Nope, that's not it.
Hmm?
Nope.
Let's try go down.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, Scopes is killing us with these. Where is it? Not this one, is
Make
it?
you work. Yes, that's it. That's it right there.
Right.
That's it right there.
Yeah, Google's struggling today,
Wow.
boy.
See that shoe, yeah.
Yeah, these are mental, man.
Favorite Air Force One.
Right.
I like iridescent things. I like iridescent colors. Like, you know, I thought that was really cool. The black velvet.
Mm.
As you know, I've mentioned 3 times now. When a shoe is black and it's blacker than black. So I said about obviously the nubuck of the asteroids. I said about the Vanta Black Air Force One. This right here, dark. This is not a collaboration. This is a GR. Comes with 2 laces.
Wow.
Oh my days. Vivid.
So this glows as well, yeah? You were saying
It doesn't glow,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's green glow. So like, you know, like the Jordan 4 green glow. You remember that?
It's the
Yeah,
tone.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the tone of
Yeah.
green. It's a green glow tone.
But it's just so nice. It's just so nice and vivid on this shoe. It's like, oh my goodness. As I said, I saw it on Atmos. I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. I'm gonna buy myself a pair, and I'm gonna buy my best friend a pair for Christmas, because it was near Christmas time. I saw it probably like Octoberish, Novemberish. And then what happens? They come out in Foot Locker. I'm like, what? No, not I bought 3 more pairs. What the hell? I bought 3 more pairs. No. This is phenomenal. What? Oh my days. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, that's a crazy
great
pair,
man. Do you know what I like about this pair, right? Is that the outsole matches the sock liner and the tongue. I love that. I absolutely love that detail. And you don't, to be fair, you don't get many shoes or many silhouettes that do that now, like that just match the tongue. And yeah, man, what a great pair of shoes, bro. Like, honestly,
It's really cool, bro.
I'll be honest, like, you know, we go through so many shoes, but even now, like I can say, newfound respect for Air Force Ones, man. Just I know there's a lot of colorways, a lot of collaborations and stuff, more than we can even imagine, but just looking at some of the stuff that we've got, like, you know, gone through, it's like definitely a new level of respect, man.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what, man? I think we'll start wrapping up. Scopes, bro, we got to have you back one time, man. I know shift work is a mad one. I did it for a few years. But yeah, we'll definitely work something out, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, I don't know where the 2 hours have flown by.
It's actually flown. It really has flown.
Literally, man. Literally.
Flown.
Yeah, man. But yeah, obviously, let us know what we got coming up. If there's anything in the pipeline, any shoes you got coming up to review.
More reviews. Yeah, man. More reviews. YouTube. Yeah, man. Scope.
That's it.
Yeah.
The consistency is there, bro. You know what I mean? It's not going away. I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, where can people find you, bro? If they don't know already.
Yeah, Schopes, SCHOPES. Yeah, Schopes on everything, literally everything. Put it into Google, you'll find website, you'll find my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Schopes. Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. Has any last words, bro? What are you saying?
Yeah, my last words, whoever's coming up to Laces Out this Saturday, make yourselves known to us. Come and find me and Broski will be there early doors in the morning. Prozac will be with us as well. So come and find us, come and talk to us, and yeah, let's have a good time on Saturday, man. But yeah, as usual, you can find me on Instagram, HB Kicks. Always posting up stuff, always putting stuff up. So yeah. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Saturday. And I just want to say once again, Scopes, thank you very much. I know from that time we met at Offspring, you know, I put my idea forward to you. So much appreciated for you for coming on and joining us. And you're always more than welcome to join us, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.
And go and sub to this guy, man. Go onto his channel. He's always putting content out. And, you know, guy's relentless. Come on, he's giving you the content, man. Just go and sub to this guy, man. Thanks a lot, Scopes. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me on your platform. It's really appreciated. You know, anytime that, you know, somebody reaches out to, have a discussion, have a talk. It always feels an honor and a privilege, to be able to share some stories, share ideas, and talk about these shoes and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Honestly, it means the world to me that you guys have had me on your platform. So thank you.
No, I appreciate you for coming, man. You're one of the goats, bro. I love giving people flowers. Do you know what I mean? When they're here and still doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? But Schopes account and everything's down below in the description box. Lacey's out. Give us a shout. Obviously, Discord links down below too. Next week, same time, same place. Schopes, bro, you've set the bar high in terms of guests and obviously the vibe of the show and everything, man. It's been amazing. But Broski, smash a like on your way out. And man, next week, same time, same place. See ya, as Schopes would say.
Yeah.